My massage therapist paused and asked, "Do you want the happy ending?" "What kind of happy ending?" I kept my eyes closed, face down on the table, thinking she meant like a better oil or some kind of upgrade package. Sarah had been my massage therapist for 3 years at Healing Hands Spa, and she'd never offered anything weird before. I was already relaxed from the hour-long session, my muscles finally loose after weeks of stress from my divorce proceedings. She moved closer to my ear, her voice dropping to barely a whisper, the kind that makes all your problems disappear permanently. Her hands were still working on my shoulders, but something in her tone made my skin crawl. I opened my eyes and tried to turn my head, but she pressed down firmly, keeping me face down on the table. "Just relax, David. This will all be over soon, and your ex-wife will finally get what's coming to her." My blood went ice cold when she mentioned Patricia by name. How did my massage therapist know about my divorce, let alone my ex-wife's name? Sarah's hands moved to a pressure point on my neck that made my vision blur slightly. She explained in that same calm, therapeutic voice how Patricia had been coming to the spa for months, crying about how I was hiding assets and trying to cheat her out of alimony. She said Patricia had paid Sarah $15,000 to help solve the problem permanently during one of my regular appointments. The room started spinning as I realized the essential oils she'd been using weren't for relaxation, they were something else entirely. My arms felt heavy, unresponsive, and my heart rate was slowing down in a way that definitely wasn't normal. Sarah continued massaging while explaining how she'd been gradually increasing the dosage over the past 6 sessions, making it look like I was having health problems. The muscle relaxants and sedatives she'd been absorbing through my skin were supposed to culminate in what would appear to be a heart attack during today's session. Patricia would be devastated, of course, but she'd inherit everything without the messy divorce proceedings. I managed to roll off the table, my legs barely supporting my weight as I stumbled toward the door. Sarah tried to grab my arm, insisting I needed to lie back down because the treatment wasn't finished yet, but the door was locked and my phone was in the locker outside. She pulled out a small vial of clear liquid, explaining that Patricia had requested I receive the premium package today, a concentrated dose that would ensure the desired outcome within minutes. My vision was tunneling, but I could see the security camera in the corner of the room. I started shouting as loud as my drug-impaired voice would allow, hoping someone in the hallway would hear. Sarah panicked and tried to inject the clear liquid directly into my arm, but I knocked the syringe away, sending it crashing into the wall. The noise brought running footsteps, and suddenly, the locked door burst open as the spa owner and 2 other therapists rushed in to find Sarah standing over me with drug paraphernalia scattered across the floor. The police arrived within minutes, followed by paramedics who immediately started an IV to flush the substances from my system. Sarah confessed everything within hours, revealing that Patricia had approached her 8 months ago with the murder-for-hire proposal. They'd met through a support group for women dealing with difficult men, where Patricia had slowly groomed Sarah by sharing fabricated stories about my supposed abuse and financial manipulation. The spa's security footage showed Patricia making multiple visits, always paying in cash, and having lengthy private conversations with Sarah between my appointments. Phone records revealed dozens of calls between them, including one from Patricia just 2 hours before my appointment confirming that today was the day. Patricia was arrested at her sister's house, where police found detailed plans for my funeral, life insurance paperwork she'd secretly taken out on me, and a celebration dinner reservation for that evening. Sarah received 12 years for attempted murder and conspiracy. Patricia got life without parole when they discovered she'd tried the same scheme with her first husband, who died of an apparent heart attack at a different spa 3 years earlier. The happy ending she'd promised was my death, but the only ending she got was a prison cell, and the knowledge that her elaborate plan had been recorded in high definition by security cameras she never knew existed.